Hello, and welcome to episode 27, turn 53 of this Hinnom series. We have a lot of good chunk of battles this turn. A lot from Berytos. Looks like he's finally doing some raiding back. For rituals, one site searching, didn't find any gems. We have 1, 2, 3 mind hunters targeting this stack from Atlantis. It's his second army group. I think there is 2 or 3 mages in it. That's first one's a fail. Yahala, Yakub. Kill one, and the third one, kill the third. So it's possible we trapped an army there and get to kill it with, or bounce it or something, I don't know. Another centaur attack from, Berytos. We see a third horror seed in the series. Attack us. So that's a fair chunk of investment from Berytos. So for the battles, the first one from Berytos, he's clearing his fort. We left 1 troop on it. It's just an auto retreat. He has his blood hunters maybe spamming something. Pain transfer. Interesting. Next up, Heliophagus clearing 1 PD. Third up, Berytos attacking into our province with a second Heliophagus and a Shed Mage. We'll win that easily, right? He actually loses the Shed. Let's see if it happens in this version of the battle. It's flying in. Looks like a barb smacked him once, maybe. Now our commander is smacking it. We missed the next hit. He shocks us. Shocks us again. Kill it in this version too, cool. But finally, the Heliophagus finishes the buff cycle and comes back us. Right, saw that one. Or you didn't see that one, but... Alright, those are the 3 battles there. Not much going on. We're attacking into Hinnom with our army stack. And notably, a lot of our big buffers, mage buffers, are not in this battle. There is quite a bit of people. That's impressive. Look at those. Very, very hot beams of fun. I think we actually fully fatigued out that archer just through pillars of fire. That's funny. Hey, not much to show there. Just a lot of PD we killed. Marverni attacks us here. Bouncing back. Kills 1 PD. We think this is the horror seed fight. So what's this little dude? He's Nishrev Code Soul Torn. Regeneration. Soul rending. So this horror marks. Alright. I mean, I think our cavalry hopefully one-shot it. They do. They did get hit. I think one of them did. But I don't see a horror mark. Right. See that fort fight. So that was Wick. Why is... no. Okay, it's Forge. Yeah, let's watch this siege assault. There's still a good chunk of mages in here, I think. But I'm not sure how many troops, so let's see. That's a lot of boars. Only see around 5 mages. Should be an easy fight for us. Another example, because his boars are only size 3 without a bigger plus, our cavalry actually match up very well against his boars. Not very well. We have low HP. We don't, and they do slashing damage, so... But with armies of gold, they struggle to do much. Whereas if they were bigger and they could trample, they'd be doing armor negating damage, and they could really wipe out this squad. Pillars of fire coming down. So we do kind of get through the choke. Kind of, do we? Okay, looks like we do get into it. So that's good important thing for fort battles is not getting stuck in the choke. He does have the surround advantage, but with armies of gold, their pigs don't do a lot of damage. You can see we're sort of just filling more and more as we kill pigs, pushing him back. That's a lot of kilometers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe even 10. Looks like we kill out the pigs. And I think this is most of the remains of his pig free spawn factory. There might be 1 or 2 raiding up around that Micklin capital area. Forgot we brought Sire. But he won't have much of a pig factory left. It's just random trickling of pigs elsewhere. Cool. We did skip these 2 Atlantis fights. Or 3. This is his pretender. Not pretender, this is counter raiding. So we are doing air elemental, air elemental. It's easy victory. He attacks us. He's raiding here with 2 basalt kings. 1 PD for us, so easy victory for him. The last fight of the turn is this guy coming on the fort, still raiding us. Catches some blackbirds patrolling or something. He's gonna have a fun time killing them. See. Yeah, so he has 29 protection. It's really hard to do anything against that with these troops. Just praying for a super lucky crit. Hey, events. 11 gems. Some wonderful unrest. And 650 gold in a dragon helmet, which we like, so good event turn for us. Nothing else, just some patrols. Cool, alright. So, Marverni front. Cleared out this south section, and we need to do some patrolling. And some researching with the mages left over, so we're just looking to consolidate here now. Getting mages in these forts. So this is going to be the weakest point in my west front now, for a while. Without a Marvi army here, it's hard to like, this land is the easiest for others to come conquer than it's ever been, since there's only one army here. Since I wiped out the Marverni one. It's not a good explanation. There was 2 armies here last turn, right? I killed it, so it's now 1 army. So this is like the least amount of power there's been in this area. So I need to spend some time recruiting troops and doing Dawn Guard here, and yeah. Primarily I think we need mages, so we can get like more Pillar of Fire spam or Earth mages for Legions of Steel and Gift of Strength. We see this Sarumadia stack here, presumably coming to Miklin. They cleared this fort, and when I say Miklin, I just mean the Miklin capital of Miklin, the province. Not that Miklin is still alive, they've been dead dozens of turns now. This Melqart's moving down here. I think we're having him... The plan is to have him blood sacrifice or preach. This fellow is jumping up here to raid that. Just coming up here. Melqart's coming up here, and he's not scripted. That's dangerous. On the Berytos, well, yeah. That covers, what are they called, Marverni? On the Berytos front, we pinged here with a scout. We don't see anything outside, but Hawks, which is, means he's researching. That's fine. He did ratings here. So what are we rating here? Just some troops. It looks like there's no leadership here. So we did kill the commander leading these guys. But we don't have anything coming to clear the troops, feels like. I don't think we have any astral Melqarts, is I think the issue right now, since we drowned them. So no easy way to counter Thug. So down here, moving this army nowhere, we're blood hunting and patrolling. And I think we're doing some site search. Oh, no. Already blood searched it, so we're not advancing anymore, but we do have a mage saying, "Hi, Mr. Monolith." So we see that Atlantis teleported his pretender god to this fort. So we're going to attack it, just to see what he's doing for his plan. With monoliths, they can have pretty high protection, and it can be hard to clear them if you just throw troops at it. So I think we might be doing another lab here. No, we're not. Yeah, I think this army is just waiting to see before advancing so we can script more correctly. Down here, we're moving air mages down, and that's a good way to deal with a monolith. We might also... No, not moving a stormcaster down. Hey, doesn't look like we're doing a lot of action this turn. Just trying to, like, raid and counter-raid. Pinging. Where's our research at? Looks like we've decided for Conjuration 7 next. We did get Enchantment 8, which we've had for a while. Alright, yeah. Not not much going on this turn. Gems aren't zeroed out, so we're not doing any globals. We're doing more mind hunt. We're targeting 69, 73, and so we're 63. It's really weird to target 73. That makes hopefully more sense. Right, this was a Heliophagus, so good target. We are doing 69. That's the second Heliophagus, okay. Doing another on 69. And I think we're just spreading it out. So if we get lucky on killing early, we're not throwing 3 mind hunts at the same guy. We're spreading it out with it's just more efficient than efficient. Like, they're equally important to kill. So if we get lucky with killing one, like, they're pretty... Can I click out? Like, they're both pretty equally equipped, so we're just spreading out the mind hunt to try to get both. Let's jump into the next turn. This is 53, going to 54. Excuse me. Alright. Mind hunt. First one's a failure. Second one's a success. We kill presumably the Heliophagus. Cool. Third mind hunt was a failure. Alright. We have our 30 blood hunters catch 25 blood slaves, so cool. And obviously this is our giant army stack with the giant amount of mages sort of sitting there waiting. So blood hunting's about the best thing they can do besides patrolling. But you don't need mages to patrol, so yeah. That much for rituals. Another horror. I think this is a greater horror. Where is this taking place? On top of our fort. Okay. Right. But he doesn't send a scout to cap it. Okay. Usually if you want to horror a fort, you do it because you're sending an army towards it next, because, or forward. Like, you either want to, like, pin the army or something. Because, after the ritual phase, you just take control of the fort at the end of the turn if nothing's sieging it. So, kind of weird. Spent a lot of blood slaves to kill 1 PD, or 2 PD. Maybe 5. For battles, other battles, he's attacking us with the Heliophagus, Berytos that is. We're raiding 1 PD. We raid, or we just take control of that horror province, fort thing. We attack into Atlantis. This is some raiding of Atlantis. This is the land that used to be Marverni's. So, 1 PD. I think this is another raid. No, this is our ping. I think we just saw province PD. Yeah, alright. We do a Phoenix Pyre, then run. I think it's a bit of a taunt at him. No, we were just stalling for time to see what script he was casting. And Phoenix Pyre is about the only thing I think that matters if we just try to buy for time to cast. Like a random fireball or pillar of fire might miss, so yeah. So that was Rivia. We see Sarumadia attacking Marverni with a little squad. Let's see what he's doing. We haven't really seen Sarumadia do much, so full plate steel, okay. Frostbrand. He's doing blessing. This is Antila something. And we see on Marverni's side he has one medium mage. See Awakened Tattoos second. Okay, it's gonna make them very tanky against this PD. 21 protection versus mundane attacks. The mage itself is gonna be 27, pretty high. Quicken Self. Liquid Body. I think that was like a 4 spell script and he's quite over fatigue doing it. Yeah. I guess it's fine versus low amount of troops. Alright, efficient raid squad. Efficient in that it's low commitment to do. I don't know if you need a 10 gem armor to do that type of raiding, but maybe it's an event item or whatever. Maybe he just doesn't have ways to spend earth gems. We attack Sarumadia. I think we bounce with him. We are both raiding this province. He got there first. So our Melqart comes here, and he's quite scarily equipped. And we just do a Blessin' attack. Kill the commander in 1 or 2 hits. The problem with him is he relies on defense skill to survive, and we have 20 attack skill, which is extremely high. Right, like this guy's 18 with 22, or 18 plus 6, so it's 24. 4 if that's a shield, so it's about 20. So Melqart kind of just can pretty not easily, but can hit those guys pretty, what am I saying? You can hit him pretty frequently. There we go. Frequently is the word. Don't you kill that. Marverni attacks us. I think this is just bouncing around. You see Atlantis fight Marverni. He catches this army. Cool. That is great for us. So Atlantis' thug is doing our job for us and killing this Marverni stack. It's been eluding us for so long. Sort of watch him slap some humans. Cool. So that... not that one. This one, this Marverni stack, I don't think has a place to retreat to. I guess it does, we didn't raid Marverni this turn. Another raider from Atlantis. And us raiding Atlantis again. Is this a lake or something? No. Just a province. That's not the battle we're looking at. Hey, that's just us counter raiding. Yeah. no PD in this Berytos province. I think it's Berytos. Events, we get 900 gold. Nice. A lightless lantern. It's alright. And some gems. Cool. Hinnom was discovered in attack. That's a scout. Okay. We discover one of his scouts. And another one of our scouts get discovered. Alright, so I think that scout... Was it here? No, it wasn't. Alright, the scout's over here. We do see the Sauramadia stack attacking Micklin now. At the time, I think it was trying to talk to Arco and or Sauramadia or Atlantis and trying to get someone to kill this for me. I didn't really have the troops to invest into killing or sieging this down and killing it. So I'm trying to focus troops on other fronts. And I think it's a mistake of me to be focusing so much on Dawnguard, on fronts where I don't need the magic weapon. Avite Swordmen would be pretty equivalent for the job I need done by these troops. Alright. So, Marverni front. See this squad retreated here, so we're gonna come raid it. Did the commander die? No. So these guys can still hop around, I imagine. What else? That's kind of it. I think we have someone coming here to just clear the fort. What do we kill here? Scout? Yes. Got the unrest down here, so you can see a lot of gold, but with cold 3 we're getting a whopping minus 25% gold, and our natural temperature is heat 2, so 5 for each step makes it 25. So it's really important to get our candles in these provinces. Thought we had a Melqart running down. Guess not. Alright. Berytos front, we're not doing any raiding anymore. I think we've sort of done our run of raiding. Berytos is pretty committed to not fighting us with this army. We don't want to risk fighting him until we have enough forces to, like, fight him reliably, and I don't at this time have a plan. Excuse me, yawning some more. Need some coffee. We don't have a plan to deal with the darkness. And I don't really figure out a plan on how to do it in this game. But the way to deal with darkness would be to cast... where is it? It's an astral spell. Not in here, is it? Evocation? Nope. Enchantment. It'd be to cast Solar Brilliance. And the chance to get blinded would be pretty bad for my troops, but I do have some healers to heal it over time. But realistically, I should... I'm afraid to take this fight because I don't know how to deal with the darkness penalties for attack and defense skills. Or arcane, not arcane. Solar Brilliance is the way to deal with that. And it would make this fight a lot easier, or even, to take. But, yeah. Since in this game at the time I didn't know to do Solar Brilliance as the counter to Darkness, I think I mostly just watched this army for the time being. Not willing to take initiative until I see what kind of scripting he does by attacking me and showing his formation and such. Yeah, that's kind of it for Berytos on this front. We're raiding back here. If you recall, we mind hunt the Heliophagus here. This one's still alive though. We're doing some fighting on Atlantis. 2 Melqarts coming down here. Our mage and army stack is coming down here, so we're not bringing all of our mages, we're doing something new. We're doing a communion to spam Soul Slay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 slaves with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masters. 6 masters. And I think my thinking is that he might just have his monolith patrol to kill my army by being too tanky to kill. I think part of it was I know he has a regeneration bless, and I didn't know for sure if it would regenerate his monolith, but with retrospective knowledge, not that it matters. Well, it would matter, but monolith as a lifeless stone creature, whatever the tag is called, can't benefit from regeneration. I'm not sure why I'm not taking the fire mages though, or the air mages. It's an interesting choice. I don't like if he patrols with everything. I think its fight is a lot dicier without the fire mages. Are we finally moving an air mage? Nope. Still doing more Horseman constructs, so each mage is 6 per turn. We're up to 5, so I think that's 36 per turn, or 30. It's 30 per turn, so slowly but surely our corpse construct army production is ramping up. Got Mind Hunt 108, 108, 108. I think that's not here. It's not here. And we're trying to kill this guy. This Atlantis thug with Mind Hunt this turn. And we do see he's adding in some new raiders. I think it's been a couple turns now that we haven't done our teleport assassinations, so he might realize by now that our astral guys aren't alive by either checking their names in the Hall of Fame to see they died. We're just realizing I'm not counter-raiding his guy anymore. Yeah. Getting some balls here. We've mostly been doing Melqarts for a while, but I think I want more Mind Hunter balls is the reason to recruit more. And we're getting lucky with rolling Astral on this one. Doing some raiding here with a Melqart. Doing a raiding on this throne with a Melqart. So our strategy now against Atlantis is decidedly offensive. We're looking to siege this fort and take it, or force him to defend it, which he is committing resources to defend it, including his pretender. But with deeper raiding, we can start diminishing his gold through raising his unrest and temporarily denying province income. Yeah. We're trying to kill this army. We think that this army has no leader in it. We don't see a capital name or a Basalt King in here to lead it, and I'm not sure we've seen any other commanders bouncing around. I don't think we have. Globals are the same. We haven't done for a while graphs. Let's do those. Alright, so we haven't really been gaining new provinces for a good chunk of time. But we have been gaining forts, and that's the important thing. We've been denying the enemy forts, and that's in Marverni. So we have been making advances on him. And we've had to deal with a lot of people raiding us. Berytos is raiding us, Atlantis is raiding us. Marverni's also been raiding us, so it's difficult to deal with that effectively, especially when we can't teleport to kill stuff. Interestingly, we see a little Arco Sacred Squad here. Presumably to us patrolling out some event or something. Or preaching. Yeah, we see a priest here. He might be trying to preach out our dominion. We don't have a scout available here to see this script, which is unfortunate. What else? Got distracted. I was talking strategy on something. Oh, we're talking skills. Provinces haven't gone up for a while, but that's just a lot of back and forth raiding where I'm in a 1 versus 3. But I am gaining forts. And gaining forts means that over time I'm gaining ground. Like with raiding deep into Atlantis now. It's going to help take some of the pressure off of me. Other graphs. Income. Also similar to our province count, and it's probably dipping from unrest as well. Gem economy. Equally sort of flatline. We've already done so much of our site searching. Just not a lot more to do. We've at least done one path for a lot of places, so doing remote searching to get like from 1 to 4 isn't necessarily worth it unless the game's going to go for a long time. Other graph, research, strong. You can see us sort of dip down around here, and that's when we started committing giant mage balls to offensives. Dominion, kind of climbing. You can see like it's noticeable when we build a bunch of new temples. And I think in Marverni's forts we've built some. No, we haven't. No, I think we're a bit gold tight for now. How strong is our Dominion? It is Dominion 6 only. Alright. Was it 6 temples? 6 temples, but a bunch of thrones. Alright. Something I can think about doing is building more temples to Dominion push, and what that is going to do is help protect me against enemy globals. Like, it's a bit early for it, possibly, but what's the water one? there's a water one with water elementals. Vengeful water. Like, pushing out my candles will help protect me against vengeful waters, assassinations, or wrathful skies, or other random stuff. Also means I get the little morale bonus for my troops if I fight in my candles, which is helpful. Yeah, but like you can see I'm pretty massive. I have a lot of candle push as is. Like I haven't done a whole lot of preaching in Marverni, but I'm deeply pushing into his former lands without having templed or preached it much. Get a little bit of push against this corner in Arcocephaly, but I mean, this is a really weird hook of land out. He wouldn't really have his own candles in anyways. You can see Berytos is slightly dominating, pushing us a bit. Kind of, not really. In the north he is against the Rust Fort. Atlantis is also doing some pushing. But we're pushing other people. So our Dominion situation's pretty solid, but not solid. Like, we're not getting pushed in a lot of places, just sort of edge territory that's contested. So that's good. Is there another graph? Army size. This is the turn I think we lost against Berytos and we fought Marverni. But since then we've been inflecting up. And this is, I think, when we recharged on Horites, so that really shows how impactful being able to get a cheap troop like that is. Well, not cheap, but resource cheap that's spammable. Thrones, about the same. Hasn't changed recently, I think. Yeah. Right. That covers this turn of this Hinnom series. We're pushing an offensive on Atlantis next. We're keeping sort of light pressure on Berytos, but not interested in taking a major fight against him. We're cleaning up Marverni's land, looking to preach it up in lower unrest. Saramadia's looking to clear out the last Marverni fort. So definitely shifting into a new phase of the game where I'm likely to be public enemy #1 if I'm not already. Shifting from Marverni to me, but I'm weathering the storm far better than Marverni did. I'm also bigger than he was, I think, relatively to the enemies, so it's a benefit to me. Alright, thank you for watching.